Are Yaseen and Taha names? Do they mean something? Are they really some of the names of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him? Well, let's start with the last question. Are Yaseen and Taha two of the names of the Prophet, peace be upon him? And the answer is a definite no. Yaseen and Taha are only combinations of disjointed letters, which are found at the beginning of some surahs, like Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Ra, Noon, Sad, and many other disjointed letters, which are among the miraculous features of the Quran. But if these aren't his names, then why would some people think so? Is there a proof to support that claim? Well, there is no proof, but it is said that because at the beginning of these surahs and after mentioning these letters, Allah starts addressing His Messenger directly, which then suggests that this is a vocative form, like using someone's name and then addressing him afterwards, like what we see in Surah Yusuf. يوسف أعرض عن هذا. Joseph, ignore this, which actually means that this sentence is originally Ya Yusuf. And so they suggested that the same thing happened with Surah Taha. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى. And their interpretation is therefore Taha, as in Ya Taha, we have not sent down to you the Quran that you be distressed. And the same thing with Yaseen. إنك لمن المرسلين, in which Allah is addressing Prophet Muhammad directly after saying Yaseen. However, if that is the case, and we consider these as names of the Prophet following this logic, then Hamim Ain Sin Qaf must also be one of the names of the Prophet, since directly afterwards, Allah also addresses Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, directly. كَذَلِكَ يُوحِي إِلَيْكَ وَإِلَى الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكَ. And also, Noon would be one of his names. ما أنت بنعمة ربك بمجنون. However, no one has ever suggested that, and so, since we can consider these as his names, why would we think that these are his? So, in the absence of a proof, this logic and this criteria isn't a good one to sustain this argument. But is it then wrong or a sin to say that Taha or Yaseen are among his names? Well, these are simply not what he is called. And most importantly, all the names of the Prophet, peace be upon him, especially the ones given to him by Allah and mentioned in the Quran or the Sunnah, have a meaning. So for example, Muhammad means the praiseworthy. And his name is also Ahmad, which means the highly praised. Al-Mahi, the remover of disbelief. Al-Hashir, Al-Muqaffa. And each one of these names, whether in the Quran or the Sunnah, has a meaning. And they refer to the attributes of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as the best messenger and the most perfect human to ever walk the earth. But what if I like Taha and Yaseen as names, and I would like to use them or give them to my children, for example? Well, as the scholars of Islam said, it is not a problem to use or give these names, But of course, without believing that these names are the names of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, simply because they are not. Thanks for watching. If you want to start reading and understanding the Quran in Arabic, then you should start your journey right here. And don't forget to check out my latest book, which goes perfectly with this free course. I'll leave the links for all of them in the description, so check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.